Hello everybody, it is Claudia with Patchwork with Claudia. Today I have for you this pretty block. The name is Sad Tooth Square Block. To work on it, we will need 6 squares, 4 inches color A, 6 squares, 4 inches color B to make the outside part of the block. And additionally of that, we will need one triangle color A and one triangle color B, 7 inches on this side. So let's see it how it works. I already cut all my pieces. Now we begin making the half square triangles. So the first thing that we are going to do is to draw a diagonal line and a quarter of an inch of each side of this line. We are going to draw another line. We will sew on these lines, on the outside lines, and then we are going to cut on the middle line. So I have here all my squares. So I'm going to start lining my light squares with my dark squares, and then we are going to start sewing. I have already all of these are ready to sew. We start sewing. So I have here already the first one. So now we need to press and then cut the middle line. We need to do the same with the other 5, the same process as this. I have the small 12 sections here. And now what I need to do is to trim all of them to make sure 3.5 inches. So let's start doing that. Let's move on from there. Let's use this ruler, and we are going to verify and trim that all of them will be 3.5 inches. Here is already the first one. I need to do the same with all 12, so it measures around 3.5 inches. So now it's time to do with the other 11 pieces. It is time to join these 2 triangles. So let's line the fabric. So we are going to join here. After that, we press them, and the resulting square needs to make sure 7 inches. So we will need to trim it a little bit too. So let's sew. Let's organize the fabrics again and start sewing. We are joining these 2 triangles a quarter of inch seam allowance. Here I have the piece. I have all my sections here ready to start assembling my block. So the block is laid out, and we are going to start sewing the first row. Then we need to join these two pieces and these two pieces to then join with the big center piece. And finally, we are going to join this last row. So let's start it. Let's start sewing all my pieces. Align here my block. We are going to sew all the pieces, a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then I'm going to join these two. I'm going to join these two and these two vertically. So let me align them. And now let's the other one. Let's return here to join the first, continue joining the first row. So let me put here again on the table to verify that I am going the right way. Check. Needs to be this way. So now I can join these two and I have my first row ready. Now it's time to join the last row. So I again align very well my fabrics and start sewing. Now the last two pieces here, align and sew. Let's see what we have so far. So I know that these last two pieces are the bottom line that I need to join. And this one goes on the top. And these two are on each side of the big piece. Here it goes this way. Now it's time to join these two parts. have here the last row that go this way. Now let's go to press everything and we continue. I have my top row ready and my lower row ready. The sides are ready. I did not mention it that when you trim the middle part, it needs to be 6.5 inches around. Now that this part is ready also, we need to join these two. And after we join these two, we join the top row and the low row and our pattern will be done. So let's working on it. I already sew one side. Now I'm going to attach the other side. So first we align our fabrics and then we sew 1/4 inch. Let's see what we have. Let's see, this is the right size. So we have so far this. Oh, this one is in the opposite way. It's this way. And this one is this way. So now we can see how it looks like. Now it's time to press these two and then join the rows. Now it's time to join these 3 rows. So I am going to nest the seams here and I am helping myself with some pins. I'm going to nest the other seams here so I can get, I'm going to point here so my corners match. Let's see it. Now it's time to sew. As usual, we sew 1/4 inch seam allowance. And let's see how this block will do. Let me align here again. It moves a little bit the fabric. And remove the pin. Pass and align my fabric here again. And let's see the result. Let's see it. Oh, it is pretty decent. Now it's time to join the lower row. Again, I'm going to help myself with some pins to nest the corners. And let's join it. organize here my seams, remove the pin, let me align here at the end, and continue sewing. This is our final product, finally our block. Now it's time to press it and we will be done. Here is our sawtooth square block. It measures 12.5 inches. I invite you to practice it. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Again, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like the videos, share them, and see you here next time in Patchwork with Claudia. Bye.